Michelle, in just a few short days, the Packers will take on the 49ers here at Lambeau Field. The guard unit has set up a wash station and is working inside the apartment right now as we speak. UW-Oshkosh officials say the forum was really a chance to explain what's happening. Governor Walker is proposing cutting $300 million from the UW system. Oshkosh says it could lose out on millions of dollars in state aid. You can see behind me a large area just black and charred from the smoke and fire damage.
With the nice spring weather today, it was a great day for some baseball. Drew joins me now, and the season is here. Bats were swinging in Grand Chutes.
You know, we've had some really cold opening days.
Michelle, this all began yesterday around 2:30 when Fox Valley Metro police officers responded to a possible disturbance in Kimberly.
It's already starting, I think.
Yeah, I've seen a few tulips beginning to push
Looking
through the ground.
good, and a lot of people outdoors enjoying it as well.
Yeah, get outside.
Lefebvre says DNA is mostly found in soft tissue, not in the bones. That can make a badly decomposed body even harder to identify.
Police are investigating several shots fired this evening with multiple victims in the town of Menasha.
Right now, police from several agencies are working the scene, and police tell us the shootings happened on the Trestle Trail Bridge. That's near Fritz Park. We go live now to Ben Krumholtz, who is on the scene. Ben, what can you tell us?
Our area may already be seeing some rain. There is potential that some of these storms could be strong, even severe.
Right, hail and high winds are the main threat, and we could also be seeing more rain later this week. Severe weather expert Patrick Powell joins us now with the latest on the thunderstorms. Firefighters battled a fire outside the campus center at St. Norbert College this morning. The fire started in front of the lower level patio and storage area attached to the building. The college put out an emergency alert to students saying it was closed and to avoid the area. Officials say the fire was put out within a couple of hours. The campus center is still closed at this time. One small boat and equipment belonging to the ski team was damaged during the fire. The cause is under investigation. Officials do not believe it is suspicious. The Republican field of candidates continues to widen. Retired neurosurgeon Dr. Ben Carson says he is in the race for the White House in 2016. Jeff Barnes has the exclusive interview.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us as the Packers prepare for next week's draft. Thompson says there's no secret strategy.
No, Thompson says it's all about picking the best available players. Drew joins us now. And Drew, did Thompson give any insight into how the team makes its picks?
You know, Ted likes to joke that he's going to give away the treasures of the kingdom, but rest assured, those are still all locked away.
A former worker at the Green Bay Correctional Institution has found herself on the other side of the law. 51-year-old Gail Saldaris is charged with sexually assaulting an inmate and trying to deliver drugs to another prison. Saldaris, who was a food service worker, appeared in court this afternoon. According to the criminal complaint, inmates say Saldaris had sexual relationships with at least 2 inmates. She also allegedly tried to have a third party deliver drugs to yet another inmate. The Department of Corrections says Saldaris worked as a food service worker from April until July of last year. She was let go during her original probationary period. We continue to follow the money in Governor Scott Walker's budget proposal. The Wisconsin DNR has sent notices to 57 workers that they may lose their jobs under proposed cuts. DNR officials say this is just a first step, and they're not sure exactly how many people will actually lose their jobs. Walker's 2-year budget plan calls for eliminating 66 positions across the DNR. All 27 people within the Bureau of Scientific Services received notices, though not all may lose their jobs.
Still to come for us here tonight, a state program which helps buy land continues to move forward for a new wetlands preserve in our area.
But some lawmakers say buying more land may not be the best idea. We'll explain why.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. We've been following this story since it broke yesterday afternoon.
The string of events actually started in Marinette County with a bank robbery and the murder of 59-year-old Thomas Christ. State investigators and the FBI are trying to piece together what happened. The suspect, Stephen Snyder, was killed in a shootout. Before that, authorities say they have him on surveillance video robbing the bank in Wasaki. Investigators say they are still looking into whether he is also responsible for a bank robbery in Fond du Lac hours later. Late this afternoon, the State Patrol also gave new details about yesterday's events. They also shared more about Trooper Casper. Fox 11's Ben Krumholtz was at that news conference, and he joins us now live from Fond du Lac.
Another change is already coming to the UW system and some high schools in the state.
The UW system will no longer fund a program allowing students to earn college credits while they're in high school. Fox 11's Kelly Schlicht has balanced coverage. I'm here with Drew now, and the madness continues this weekend, and the Wisconsin Badgers are still in it.
I think a lot of folks like their chances to get all the way to Indianapolis this year. They've got a couple of tough games still to go, but first things first, got to win tomorrow.
Right.
Don't win tomorrow, you don't have a shot at the Final Four.
It will be nice, yes. And that is, even though that's April 1st, that's the actual forecast.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Patrick. A foodborne illness has been traced to a second production facility.
Bluebell ice cream is adding to its recall list after more listeria was found.
Plus, a new merger could create one of the world's largest food and beverage companies. Golf fans have a shot at being one of 3,000 volunteers at next summer's PGA Championship.
From inside in the media center to marshaling a hole, to working on our transportation committee and inside the merchandise tent, it goes on and on.
Here are the facts. Volunteers work a total of 16 hours. They will receive a uniform, preferred parking, food vouchers, and the official PGA Championship program. They will also get a personalized volunteer credential that will provide access to these grounds for all 7 days of the championship. But there's a catch.
They do have a fee. It's a $204 fee to volunteer. But
Wait, what?
It's a $204 fee to volunteer.
Director Jason Mengel says it's very common in the world of golf to pay a volunteer fee.
I think it's more about the experience of volunteering. So you think of it in terms of what you're doing that week, and you're getting some great unique access that you couldn't get just with a normal ticket pass.
Mengel says the total volunteer package value is around $600, and the fee is still cheaper than a week-long grounds access pass, which costs $295. Robin Williams volunteered for the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits in 2004 and 2010.
It's a good, fun experience.
He says he'll be back next year as a hole captain on hole 2.
You get to go inside of the ropes around the green. You have close proximity to the players. You get to see them up close.
Not every volunteer position offers that opportunity. However, Williams says no matter what your assignment, paying for it isn't unreasonable.
A volunteer has a choice of whether they want to do it or not. So, again, nobody's forcing you to do it.
At Whistling Straits, Laura Smith, Fox 11 News.
My client is going to change his plea to, and if I can approach my client.
Then, Mr. Imenko, let me explain to you. The errors that in order for the defendant...
I am, Your Honor. If I could elaborate just...
Evidence that a reasonable jury...
And if I could approach my client... That's plea to count 2. The party anticipate then entering into a deferred judgment agreement. Mr. Langen is...
With Mr. Langen, and have you gone all through that? The defendant must have had the benefit of offered plea is that you are pleading. Thank you.
Just unreal.
There's a chunk of Kay Lardnoy's house in her backyard. Personal belongings are strewn everywhere.
He drove through at an angle right this way.
Okay.
So he took out everything in his path.
A loud noise late Wednesday night startled Lardnoy and her boyfriend.
We woke up to what we thought was thunder and maybe a TV falling off the wall.
But when they checked things out, it was much more serious.
I just looked at the house and thought, oh my gosh, someone actually went through the house.
A Chevy pickup was stuck in her lawn. the driver inside.
You can see how deep the tire grooves are here in the backyard where the truck came to a rest. Lardnoy says the man was revving his engine trying to back out.
Lardnoy called 911. She says just a couple minutes passed and the man jumped out of the truck and ran.
We were just shocked, and I wish I would have thought about things and just maybe nailed him and just stopped him in his tracks.
Green Bay police say Lardnoy did the right thing.
We never want to see any community members put themselves in harm's way. The best course of action is to call 911 immediately.
Lardnoy is thankful no one was hurt and believes it was simply a matter of timing.
If the grandkids were playing in that area, they would have been wiped out. They're little. I don't understand what people think.
While everyone is safe and the house can be fixed.
The pictures, presents, that you can't replace. You know, I mean, it was just, and she had something special written on the back.
Lardnoy says it's going to be tough to fall asleep now.
He took my security away, plain and simple. You think you're safe in your own house, and I guess not.
In Green Bay, Laura Smith, Fox 11 News.